Hello and welcome back to Football Daily, where today we are counting down those players once named the next Messi, who you have 100% forgotten about. And if you enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe. 10. Sebastian Giovinco. All it takes to be compared to the great Leo Messi is quick feet, the occasional bit of flair, and most importantly, be around or under 5'7". Unfortunately for Giovinco, he ticked all these boxes, meaning that the forward was hyped as the Italian Messi. Though being 6 months older than the Argentine, the Atomic Ant couldn't escape the cursed Messi tag that had been placed on his head by his manager at Parma. At the time, Messi had won his third Ballon d'Or on the bounce, captained his home nation, won 3 Champions Leagues and 5 league titles, while Giovinco was on loan from Juventus at Parma with a lowly 7 goals to his name. Bit of a cheeky comparison. In the same season, the Italian managed 0.3 goals per 90 for Parma, while Messi ranked in a mammoth 1.6 per 90 for the Catalans. Needless to say, Giovinco hasn't lived up to the ambitious title of the Italian Messi, but he could be on course to become one of the MLS's finest imports. Having moved to Toronto FC in 2015, the attacking midfielder has netted 63 goals in nearly 100 appearances, earning him a place in the league's best 11 2 years in a row. 9. Pablo Piatti. The heavy weight of high expectation was placed on Pablo Piatti's shoulders when he moved from Argentina to Spain as Almeria's most expensive signing ever. And the 19-year-old winger made a good first impression there. In the 2010-11 season, he topped his personal best and netted 8 times. The same season they were destroyed 8-0 by Messi's Barcelona. After being dubbed as the next Messi, Piatti distanced himself from the resemblance, claiming that Messi is a mirror in which to look, but there is no way I can be compared with him. The young talent may have been trying to keep a level head, but a move to Valencia in 2011 saw his stock fall dramatically. The winger struggled to make his mark at the bigger club, and in his debut season at Valencia, he scored just 2 goals. And it took him 50 more games in a Valencia shirt to match his 15-goal tally than it had in Almeria's red and white. Now 28, Piatti has transferred to Espanyol. Although he's a far cry from Messi's protege, having played just 300 minutes so far in the 17-18 campaign, he's already got his first goal. Perhaps a late career revival is on the cards for the pint-sized Argentine. 8. Chara. Who, we hear you cry? Don't worry, we had the same reaction, and this story is actually a bit of a sad one. Most 6-year-olds would probably struggle to get the ball off the ground, but at the same age, Chara caused a stir in Sao Paulo, when in a local tournament he scored a 30-yard free kick, right in the top left-hand corner. He was known as one of the brightest talents in Brazil. At 10 years old, he joined Santos' youth setup. Coined as both the future Messi and the next coming of Pele, his career officially peaked before he was even legally allowed to sign a professional contract. 5 years later, at 15, an argument erupted between his father and the Santos board, which forced the teenager out of his schoolboy club. The attacking midfielder hopped from club to club, joining 9 sides in just 3 years, as his career has slowly trickled down the lower tiers of Brazilian football. Now he's settled in the 4th division, meaning the only similarity between Chara and Messi is that they're both South American. 7. Amar. A name familiar to football manager lovers across the world. Amar looked like the real deal when he scored on his Europa League debut for Dutch side AZ Alkmaar. At 18 years old, he was handed his first international cap for the Netherlands, as well as the ton of pressure that's poured on anyone whose name is said in the same sentence as Messi's. The versatile midfielder was so highly regarded that Barcelona sent scouts to watch him, and interest was reported from Tottenham, Man City and Arsenal. In 2013, PSV made him theirs with a €6.5 million fee. However, he failed to elevate his game, and since moving to Eindhoven, he's failed to reach double digits in terms of goals across all competitions. This disappointing form got him sent to Turkey in 2016, signing a loan deal with Osmanlispor, where he averaged a dismal 0.2 goals per 90, not quite on par with Messi's 1.2 in Barcelona's 16-17 league campaign. 6. Diego Buonanotte. Diego Buonanotte certainly ticks the under 5'7" requirement, measuring in at just 5'3" inches. Buonanotte was an explosive attacking midfielder. Having debuted for River Plate at only 17, it took him just a week to score his first senior-level goal. But sadly, his footballing career was marred by tragedy after he was involved in a fatal car crash that killed 3 of his friends. Subjected to chance of murder week in, week out in Argentina, he eventually moved over to Europe, joining Malaga in 2011. However, after appearing just 20 times for Malaga and another unsuccessful move to Granada in 2013, it's clear that he failed to make an impression in Spain. And no, that isn't an Argentina shirt, as Diego has not earned a single international cap, confirming that he has fallen way short of his label as the next Messi. 5. Lee Seung-Woo. When a fresh crop of youngsters come through at La Masia, it's an unwritten rule that one of them must be labelled as the next Messi. The unlucky owner of this title in 2011 was Lee Seung-Woo, a young South Korean who first made jaws drop at 13 years old after he broke a goal record set by the #1 in the world. The haul of 39 goals in 29 games for the Catalan schoolboys meant that the youngster was dubbed the Korean Messi. Unfortunately for Lee, Barca hadn't gone about signing him exactly by the book. An anonymous third party snitched to FIFA about the improper way Barca was acquiring their under-18s, meaning that Seung-Woo was banned from playing professionally till his 18th birthday, firmly halting any potential progression into the first team. Having appeared just once for Barcelona B, the now 19-year-old took a move to Italy, where he joined the newly promoted Hellas Verona for a measly €1.5 million, where he has played a total of just 20 minutes. The winger hasn't managed to even replicate the career of Lionel Messi, but he does have time on his side if he wants to start actually playing football. And with Barcelona having a buyback clause in his contract until 2019, he still has time to make his name at the Camp Nou, although we highly doubt it. 4. Nicolas Maduro. The 28-year-old Nicolas Maduro is the most decorated player on this list. The silverware he's won in Argentina, Brazil, Holland and the US acts as a sparkly mask over his hideously unfulfilled potential. The Nacional schoolboy was known for his rapid acceleration and unstoppable dribbling capabilities. Team that with his low centre of gravity and his natural understanding of the game, and it's easy to understand why people were keen to label him as a wonder kid, hoping he would become Uruguay's version of La Pulga. However, Maduro has never astounded the stands at senior level. He has struggled to maintain a slot in any starting 11 and was particularly unimpressive in Europe, appearing just 19 times in the Eredivisie over a 2-year stint at Ajax, before moving back to Brazil, signing for Botafogo. But better late than never, the attacking midfielder has settled in Seattle, where he's averaging a goal every other game in the MLS for the Sounders. Having never played in any of the top 5 leagues, the comparisons to Messi are really a little bit laughable. 3. Giannis Fetfasidis. We've almost ticked off every country in the world's next Messi, and now it's Greece's turn. They have their own incarnation in the form of winger Giannis Fetfasidis, whose route into football was similar to that of Messi's. Technically outstanding as a kid, Fetfasidis was scouted by some of the biggest clubs in Greece, including Panathinaikos, AEK and Olympiakos. The boy wonder joined the Kokonoi as they were willing to pay for a hormone treatment to help him grow taller, the same reason why Messi initially joined Barcelona. Fetfasidis has 25 international caps to his name and has been a title winner 3 times in Greece, appearing 139 times over 4 seasons for Olympiakos. However, this has been the height of his success. Following forgettable spells at Genoa and Chievo, he now plays in the famous footballing nation of Saudi Arabia. The only similarity between Giannis Fetfasidis and Lionel Messi is their repeat prescription. 2. Marco Marin. The inaugural player to be coined as the next Messi. It's not a failed wonder kid list without Marco Marin, is it? Marin's first team debut came at the age of 18, playing for Mönchengladbach, and by 20 years old, he earned an €8 million move to Werder Bremen. At the Weserstadion, he formed a lethal trio with Mesut Ozil and Claudio Pizarro, with Marin himself picking up 11 assists and 4 goals in his first season. Unfortunately for fans of Die Verdeven, Ozil left the Bundesliga for Madrid and Marin's form plummeted. The following season, he notched up just 1 goal and 5 assists, and traced Ozil's steps out of the exit door and headed towards Stamford Bridge, where he would provide some more disappointment. 5 years, 4 loan spells away and 16 appearances for Chelsea later, Marin is now attempting to revive his career in Greece with Olympiakos at the age of 28. 1. Bojan Kirkic. Not only does Bojan even look a bit like Lionel Messi, he also plays in a similar style. As a La Masia graduate, he has everything we'd expect: speed, flair, balance, and the ability to dribble all day long. But Bojan was named as the next big thing when he beat Messi's record as the youngest player to score in the Liga. In the 2007-08 season, at just 17 years old, Bojan scored 12 goals and set up another 6 in 48 appearances for Barcelona. The hype surrounding the Spanish teenager was mental. Both Frank Rijkaard and Pep Guardiola stated he was as talented as they come, and a Spanish newspaper even pictured him as a superhero with a B on his chest. But with great expectation comes great pressure. A pressure Bojan couldn't cope with. As a teenager, he was called up to the Spanish squad, but after reportedly suffering a panic attack, he had to be dropped. And after falling out with Guardiola and a couple of seasons stuck on the Barcelona bench, Bojan left for Roma. Although his career seems relatively successful compared to the rest on this list, Bojan has failed to settle anywhere since, having played briefly for Milan, Ajax and the almighty Stoke City. Considering the potential he showed as a youngster at Barcelona, sitting on the bench for Deportivo Alaves at 27 is virtually a crime against football.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. As usual, let us know what you thought in the comments below. And if you've liked that, why not check out the video that's on screen right now? Click it, it's a good one. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.